probably don't realize it, but one appliance could be stealing almost 5 hours of your life every single week. Not because it's broken, because it's the way most of us have been taught to cook. I didn't believe it either until I tracked my own time. What I found completely changed the way I make dinner, and it even lowered my electric bill. Here's something that might sound familiar. You get home after work already exhausted. You preheat the oven, you chop vegetables, you season the chicken, you put everything in, only to realize the vegetables will finish 15 minutes before the chicken. Now you're juggling timers, opening the oven door every few minutes, and by the time dinner is ready, one dish is cold and the other is overcooked. Then comes the cleanup, and another evening disappears. At first, I blamed myself. I thought I needed better recipes, better meal planning, or maybe I just wasn't organized enough. So I did what most people do. I bought another kitchen gadget. Then another. One was too small, one took forever to cook, one looked amazing in the ads, but barely made my life easier. I kept spending money, but somehow dinner still felt like a chore. Then I asked myself one question that completely changed everything. Where is all my time actually going? So I grabbed a timer and measured every step for 1 week. Not just cooking, everything. Waiting for the oven to preheat, cooking food in multiple batches, checking if things were done, cleaning trays and pans, putting everything away. The result shocked me. It added up to nearly 5 hours every week. Think about that. 5 hours. That's over 20 hours every month. Almost 11 full days every year, just making dinner. And here's the crazy part. It wasn't because I cooked complicated meals. It was because my kitchen worked against me. Once I realized that, I started researching why this happens to so many people. I read product reviews, compared appliances, looked at cooking tests, and noticed something almost nobody talks about. Most people buy kitchen appliances based on the wrong features. They compare prices, they compare star ratings, they compare advertised capacity. But almost nobody asks the questions that actually determine whether cooking becomes easier. Can it cook 2 different foods at the same time? Will everything finish together? Does the advertised capacity actually allow proper airflow? How much energy does it use for a normal weeknight dinner? Those questions matter far more than another cooking mode you'll probably never touch. Take capacity, for example. A lot of people assume bigger is automatically better. Not necessarily. When you overload mini cooking baskets, air can't circulate properly. Instead of crispy food, you get food that's partially steamed. That means longer cooking times, uneven results, and more frustration. Then there's the oven. A traditional oven heats an enormous space just to cook one family meal. That's a lot of wasted energy when you're only using a fraction of the available cooking area. And if you're cooking different foods that need different temperatures, now you're waiting. Again. That's when I realized the real problem wasn't speed, it was workflow. The best kitchens don't necessarily cook faster, they eliminate waiting. Think about it. Imagine cooking chicken at one temperature while vegetables cook somewhere else at a completely different temperature. Both finish at exactly the same moment. No cold side dishes, no reheating, no standing around wondering which timer is about to go off. Once I understood that principle, finding the right solution became much easier. After comparing dozens of models, one kept standing out for one simple reason. It was designed around the way people actually cook, not around flashy marketing. The Ninja Air Fryer Max XL Dual Zone completely changed my routine because it solved several problems at once. The dual independent cooking zones meant I could cook proteins and sides simultaneously. The sync feature automatically made both finish together. That alone removed one of the most frustrating parts of making dinner. The capacity was large enough for real family meals without overcrowding the baskets, so food stayed crispy instead of steaming. Instead of replacing one appliance with another, it replaced several. Air frying, roasting, baking, reheating, even dehydrating. Less clutter, less cleanup, more usable counter space. And something else happened that I wasn't expecting. When I stopped heating my full-size oven almost every evening, my electricity usage started dropping. Now, your savings will depend on your cooking habits and local electricity prices, but smaller cooking appliances generally use less energy than heating an entire oven for everyday meals. It wasn't one dramatic change. It was dozens of small improvements every single week. Dinner became simpler. Cleanup became faster. Weeknights became less stressful. And those saved hours started adding up. Now, maybe you're thinking, but premium air fryers cost more. That's true. But here's another way to think about it. What's more expensive? Paying a little more for something you use almost every day? Or buying a cheaper appliance that still wastes your time, uses more electricity, and leaves you wanting to upgrade again a year later? The purchase price is only one part of the cost. The real cost is what you keep paying every single week in time, energy, and frustration. If you're already planning to buy an air fryer, don't choose based on the biggest discount or the loudest advertisement. Choose the one that actually matches how you cook, because that's what you'll notice every single evening after work. If you want to see the model that completely changed my routine, compare the latest prices, and decide whether it's the right fit for your kitchen, I've left a link in the description below. Take a look before you buy. It could end up saving you far more than money.